I decided to go out this evening for a walk. And I posted a video earlier today about my experience of going to the library this morning, or attempting to go to the library earlier today, and then dealing with this irrational bus driver that didn't show up for the shift or whatever. So I posted a couple videos about it today. Today, I just want to be out of the house. I don't want to be at home. I don't want to be at home, so I'm trying to stay as active as I possibly can. And so I decided to get out of the house and try to take as much hours out of the house as much as I possibly can. So I realized, I wanted to get out this evening and kind of make a video because I was thinking about, the drama of, Christian bullying and the remnant of the argument that got created, how some people want to kind of keep it lingering. Like today, I woke up this morning, I'm like, okay, I know that this whole issue, the Elon Musk thing, I decided to, step away from all of that. I found out, I already know what my targeting was about. I know what my targeting was about. It's bloodline targeting. I understand that a lot of people that I knew was enveloped into this program. And then I also know that, unfortunately, when you're a victim of human trafficking, you really can't trust people. And so, I realized that Elon Musk played more of a role in this issue than I had originally believed, because I know that he's a victim of human trafficking, and so the whole Siobhan Ellis thing, that what I talked about in the third quarter newsletter. I am tired of the topic, so much so that I keep thinking, I don't really want to stay on the subject anymore. I don't want to talk about being a targeted individual. I do not want religion to play any part of my life. I do not want to really focus on celebrities. I mentioned, growing up, I always had a lot of respect for the celebrities, and I want to keep it that way. You know what I mean? I just choose to not, I do not want to go onto my email page, how that you get your mail, and then you could see all these upcoming news articles or whatever. I don't want to be stimulated by the outside world. And for a long time, I lived this way, and until I got to be a targeted individual and found out, that I was associated with these celebrities. And then, of course, I was trying to look for signs, and I had mentioned this before, about their association and the targeting and all that stuff. I just feel as though it's time for me to move on. And I just said, I think the best decision, that's what I've made. So I have decided to, I don't know if I'll be posting on this channel anymore, because I really do want to make my videos more focused on, things that relate to the workplace and things that are relating to what it is I do for a living. And basically, of course, I'm doing everything I can to get off the subject of being a targeted individual, as well as the bloodline targeting thing. I think this whole issue was a nightmare. And I think it was something that, it just kind of reinforces my feeling about everything I believe, really, because I think it proved it. And there are certain times, that I understand there's going to be people who are going to kind of act out their frustration. Because like I said, there was a lot of people who put a lot of emotion into this. They've been used to being a part of cult groups their entire life. They're used to hunting people down and bullying them to death. And see, they've never had anybody stand up to the system before and say, hey, you're wrong. I had known about human trafficking for a very long time. And I also understand that, this is one of the reasons why I chose never to be associated with organized religion. Because, this particular person really must have been emotionally attached to the brainwashing and the encouragement of bullying other people. And now that, maybe his church is one of the ones that his or her, I don't know if bus number 45 is indeed a woman or not. I don't even care. I don't even care. All I know is right now in my life, I want to forget my targeting issue. And I don't want to remember even my adoptive family, really. It's just, it's time for me to start over again and forget people. Forget situations. Forget all of that, I choose to focus on my projects. I don't choose to focus on people that I used to know, situations, and all that other stuff. It was it's like I've been wanting to know about past lives and stuff like that for a long time, and I feel as though I know enough. And I'm content with what I know, I'm glad I know my history. I'm glad I knew, my origins. I'm glad I figured things out, and that's it, Now that I know that, I understand, what was wrong with my family. They were very dysfunctional, and the reason why they were dysfunctional was because they were highly encouraged, some possibly even threatened when it comes to Tanya and my other siblings, to behave in a way that I don't know. I don't even know what their personality is really like. And all I know is in the last few days, I've been thinking to myself, stop trying to figure out their motives, what they were thinking. Although I know a lot of it has to do with brainwashing, mind control. It's just that I'm ready to forget it. I want to move on. I want to move on with my life. And I want to fill my mind with other things that don't necessarily relate to it. It's been a long time. It's been a very difficult life and journey, especially when I had to deal with the human trafficking. Religion does not belong in my life. And I don't need religion in my life. I think religion has caused me nothing but pain. But for the people who find happiness in it, you go ahead and do what you need to do. I will never use religion as far as my business, anything relating to my business. I believe that's something that I choose to keep separate. I'm doing things differently, okay? And I welcome everyone, when I get things set up and release all that information. But anyway, right now I am headed to just like the Dollar Tree. Looking for some dish soap, and there are times it's just like one item I have to carry home, and I figured I'd go out and do it now because I just don't really feel like I'm ready to go to bed. It's still a little early, and there's nothing really for me to do. Nothing really keeps my interest. Like, I don't even want to be online. I don't want to be on Facebook. I don't care about Instagram. I don't care about any of those things anymore. I'm done. I feel like I get enough information about the issue relating to my human targeting, my human trafficking ring. I don't need to know anymore. You know what I mean? It's like I feel disgusted enough in people and the whole process, the whole program, the whole illegal operation enough to last many lifetimes, okay? I don't need to know anymore. I'm content with what I know. It's time to move on and forget it, I'm moving on. Take care. Bye.